Apocalypse food. Yeah.
All right. We got some more people coming in the group.
Probably sit up.
Oh, Jeff is muted. Jeff's microphone is muted.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, there he goes.
And I have hit record.
Carly is going to be in good shape for the apocalypse.
All right. We got Jen. We got Doug. All right. Just want to remind everyone joining us to put on headphones.
You want me to write that? Put on headphones.
And once we kind of get started here officially, I'm also going to ask you to mute your microphone because when I'm asking for responses, then you will have to unmute. So kind of get familiar with the control panels. If you're on your desktop, hello, Precious. If you're on your desktop, on the bottom, if you scroll down, there is an option to mute you. Now, I also have the option to mute everybody, which I will do when needed. If you're chewing too loud, Doug, thank you for your. What are you eating, Doug?
Someone want to say hello here?
I'm sorry, I was muted. I couldn't tell you.
Hey, Precious, I loved your
cake.
podcast, Precious. It was really nice.
Yeah, I wanted to say that to Precious. Yes, I saw it on SoundCloud like early this morning. That threw the melatonin that I took out the window because I just ended up like overpowering it.
So I wanted to say hi. Say hi. Hi.
Hello, is that your son?
Yes, this is Michael.
Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Oh, there he is.
Michael. All
You're
right.
famous, you know that?
Huh?
You got a pretty cool mom.
Yep.
His iPad.
All right, say bye. Bye.
Just,
See you later.
just Vidania.
Michael. Uh-oh.
Wait, I think that was okay.
Say that again.
Oh, Diane is here.
Hey, Jeff, do you have headphones in?
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Do you have headphones in?
I do have
What?
it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, Diane.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, good.
I can.
Hey, Diane, that is a nice pair of headphones.
Thank you. Can you see them? They're in there.
I was just kidding. Yeah, I can see them.
Tom's not wearing the hat I expected him to wear, though.
I know. I don't. This one, actually, one of my readers made this hat for me.
Really?
She sent it to me from Wales. I don't really know where that is, but that's where it came from.
That's awesome.
I think Wales is like to the left of England, but don't quote me on that.
To the left.
It's north of Cornwall.
So we got it's the left of Wales.
Or the west. She might have meant west.
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 It's the western part. West of England. I've been there before.
So if you're just joining us, on my mic cam, just over my shoulder is what's your name?
Ellen.
I have this gift of right before I'm about to introduce someone, I have information called their name.
It's the
Right in my
present.
mind.
I just feel like I want to sing the Brady Bunch song.
Brady Bunch.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on, man?
How are you guys?
Doing great. We're doing great. So it's official. This is the largest room we've had thus far.
Ooh.
So if you're just joining us, I don't remember who's joined us from the last time I said this, but
Here I am.
put on headphones.
Hey, Eric, did you
Yes.
notice where I am?
What's that?
Did you notice where I am?
Bed?
Every single time that Jen is on camera, including in our coaching group, she's in bed every single time. And
To be fair, once she wasn't, but just once.
Nice.
I was even in my bed for my episode.
hello, Teresa. How are you? So we are going to attempt to get things rolling here in 5 minutes. So we are recording. But what we're going to do is just make sure everyone is in, make sure the sound is good, and kind of go through, make sure we can hear everyone. So what I wanted to actually do first, Oz, I know I've already heard you. Tom, I've already heard you. Carly, can you just give me a hello just so make sure I can hear everyone?
Hello?
All right. Jeff, can you give us a hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
You're actually pretty soft. I don't know if there's anything you can do on your end. That looks like a really comfy couch behind you.
Let me try and raise the level here.
Okay.
I just realized I was muted when I said hi. So, hi.
Hello, Teresa.
Is this a virtual green room?
Something like that. I actually have no idea what a virtual green room is. Do you?
Okay. You see when you go into a show or on stage.
Oh yes. I was thinking the what do we call it?
It's showbiz talk.
I was thinking green screen. Yes. So that. Yes.
I have a green screen. We should get that set up next time. We could, I don't know, do something really crazy in front of it.
Is it a portable green screen?
Sure.
The running bulls could be behind them, or.
And Dan's from Woodstock, so she's actually sort of in the area. All right, we got Daniel Bowling. How many past guests do I have here? So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God!
I'll count you because you had like a.
You just lost Oz.
One last.
You okay?
6.
Oz.
Yeah, I'm here.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Did Oz fall?
Yeah.
No.
Looks like it.
Oz lay off the bourbon.
Please tell me you recorded that.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh no. Are you okay?
Yeah, my light fell.
Oh.
But
It was a flying monkey.
real quick though, Oz, your bourbon's okay.
Oh yeah. The bourbon's fine.
Bourbon's fine and safe.
Daniel, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah, just getting familiar with the Zoom.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here for the first few minutes. Zoom is an awesome platform. I'm real excited about it. Actually, began dialogue with the company, trying to get them as a sponsor for the podcast.
And is it free on your end?
It is free if you for up to 25 people if your meeting is under 40 minutes.
Oh.
Which for us ADHDers could actually be perfect because after 40 minutes, you're all kicked off. I do have the paid version, so we will get to
Does that count this time or the 45 minutes?
No, we're actually, so I have the premium version, so we can go 8 hours if we want to.
Riley's worried about our time now.
You got the $9.99 one?
What's that?
$9.99, right?
I believe that is right. I saw what I paid for it and then I forgot. So that sounds great. I would pay $9.99 for this.
I pay $10.99.
I would too.
I wouldn't.
Who said that? Jen.
No, I did.
Carly.
So who, just so I know, how'd you guys find the link? Was it going through the landing page of my website or did you take
Facebook?
Facebook. I think Facebook. Maybe an email? Was there an email? There was an email. Yeah.
Wow, I was that productive? I didn't even realize I did that.
Yeah.
I think when I updated my calendar,
that was the welcome page or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when we're done, so I don't have to hunt you all down, if you can go back through to that landing page, just so you can kind of release me to use the permission to use this, because if like all of you except for one person has not signed that, no one's going to hear this episode.
That was a hell of a lot.
Do you want that to be? Can you sleep with yourself at night knowing that episode 50 is on hold?
I'll post it. I'll just post it.
Yeah, just let Tom.
Pirates Bay.
And I'm recording you a backup copy on my end, Eric. In case you have technical difficulties.
That's awesome.
I'm just letting you know, man.
Yes. Usually when podcasters were talking to other podcasters, because Tom could now include himself into the realm of podcasters. We record on each other's end. So in case there is.
Hold on, Carolyn's trying to get out.
All right, we got another pass. This is awesome. This is really cool.
Tom, is that your man cave behind you?
Are you talking to me, sir?
Yes, sir.
It is the man cave.
Wow.
I got a message.
Yes, I am walking the talk.
So if you all want to feel better about your mess, just look at
Slum in the slum.
I don't just pretend for purposes of my podcast. It's a real life situation.
Are you sure you want our mics off? This is so much more ADHD.
Yeah, you know, maybe. So, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. So far, it sounds like she's sounding pretty decent.
We'll rely on our filters. That'll
We got to rely on something else besides that. Come on.
Yo, what filters?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get Carolyn in here. Hold on.
I just told her it's on Zoom. We were over in Google Hangouts.
I said that, and her response was what?
Liz is trying to get on too, but I'm not sure she has Zoom going yet. I don't know.
You know, I think, and I just recently discovered this through my calendar because I have a Google Calendar. For some reason, it like reads video conference as part of the description, and like it kind of budges in line. Google Hangout. It assumes that you're going to Google Hangout.
I was all confused for a second.
I thought the change was to Google Hangout.
No. Zoom is great because it's like Google Hangout, except it works.
Google Hangout works perfectly well. Like, this keeps telling me my network bandwidth is low. And I'm like,
then you need to increase your network bandwidth. I don't see what the problem is.
Eric and I tested out Google Hangout together, and we couldn't get nothing to go with it.
It always works sometimes. So basically, ADHD.
Always, sometimes.
Zoom's the best for me so far. Kudos to you, Eric.
Thanks, Doug. So let's hey, why don't we start this? I'm gonna ask everyone to go and do a 10 seconds each. Introduce yourself, say where you're from, and anything else you can fit in within 10 seconds.
Do you have a visual clock?
I can make that happen.
you shouldn't have said that.
No, I'm trying to think of what do I want to use so I'm not like taking up the entire here we go. I got it.
Timer's not too good for 10 seconds.
It's true. All right, let's see here. I'm opening up my entire app of a folder of timers.
No, that's actually not in the camera at all.
Oh, do I have that one?
That's not a camera.
It is a camera if I have it on. Wait a minute. Can you see this one right here? I'm looking right at it. Can you see
No.
We see right
I
here.
see you. The mic's off.
Oh.
We lost Eric.
You lost me?
No,
You just stop saying things, I think.
There you go. You got to pin him if you want to keep Eric. Look up right
What
now.
just happened?
There. That's the camera. You're looking at it now.
So what about, but look like a couple screens over, the mic cam?
Yeah.
I don't know what the...
Oh, yeah.
There's a little...
See that one.
Oh, yeah.
If you hit the squares up on the top right, there's, 3, 6, 9 squares, a gallery view. And then you see everyone all at once.
Oh.
Like Brady Bunch.
Well, it's far better.
Wait, how do you do
Well,
that?
no, it's the other one, Eric. There's
So if
someone
you
else in the
go-
room with you.
If you go to the in the top right corner, which I had a video of, by the way, if you actually follow the directions in the first and to explain this process to you. Ryan, it's all reversed, so I think you need to go the opposite way. Yeah, there you go.
I believe that's the Paul Lind square for the old timers.
Oh, man.
So yeah, toggle through that. Now if I look at my camera,
It does
here,
highlight
the
the
mic
active
cam.
speaker.
Yeah.
Daniel, what are you
there.
drinking?
Know who is
The mic's
talking.
turned off there.
What's up?
What are you drinking?
A Tecate Mexican beer.
I really regret not having like a celebratory drink right now.
Yes.
I thought it was a party.
Right?
You want me to run out?
No,
That was-
we'll never come back. Okay.
Who is that sitting next to you, Eric?
Will you introduce yourself?
Daniel Bowling. I was on one of the
I'm
episodes.
Okay. I think so. Or is your camera on your iPad?
No, it's not on. It just says Ellen's iPad.
Oh, yes, it does. Ellen's iPad. Right there. Yeah. There I am.
There you are.
Hello. I've been watching all of you for 20 minutes.
Really?
I'm Ellen, sure, and I am Eric's sidekick tonight. I'm his gopher, his whatever he is. He's teaching me how to podcast, but I do improv, and I want to do an improv podcast. So,
cool.
I'm a
Ed McMahon.
And
Cool.
she organizes meetings and workshops. So the fact that that word organizes is in there, I'm kind of sticking around her to see.
Yeah, maybe it'll rub off.
That's a good idea.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Good call.
I don't
Ellen,
think she fully
my
needed
cat?
it just now.
I'm enlightened. Hey, you know
Ellen
me
sounds a little bit echoey because I think she must be recorded by both her own mic and yours, Eric.
Your microphone, actually. Thank you.
Peppy, come here.
Aha. Yes,
How's that?
that's much better because I was hearing double background.
And you know what I do so I am not getting that effect on my mic cam? I plug in an 1/8 inch wire, and it's going to nowhere.
Everybody
So just make sure-
smile. 3, 2, 1, smile.
Okay, so I think we were going to do something here. Where
Aw, you guys look great.
Carolyn's still trying to get on. I don't know.
I'm with Facebook, and she hadn't sent me a message yet since I.
will you send her a message?
Well,
Yeah, I've been chatting.
I
with
don't
her
want to
on-
do that in case she's like just about to log on.
Yeah, I just
and it
gave her the
pops up.
Zoom meeting ID number, so she should be here any minute.
Okay.
ADD time.
I'm gonna send.
And
There's someone.
I'm gonna send
it's all
her a
good for a
W.
round of applause, and Susan's
I'm gonna.
here.
Oh,
Carolyn!
I don't think their audio's on yet.
No, not at all. Carolyn can hear us.
Carolyn, I was just about to send you a whiskey tango foxtrot.
Wait, Carolyn can hear us?
I don't think she can.
No,
She
no.
doesn't seem like it.
No, she doesn't seem like it, but she's not
I'm
here.
getting dizzy.
Where's my
You have to
drama
accept the audio first.
Oh, yeah, accept the audio.
Can you hear us?
Oh, her bangs. She's got to fix her bangs.
I did. I didn't know if you could see me. I just cut them with my husband's razor.
Okay, now that she can hear us, let's try that again. Carolyn!
Hey!
ADDers know how to make an entrance, don't they?
Often late and slightly disruptive. All right. What was I doing? Looking for a timer. Okay.
Okay.
We were going to do 10-second intros, just stating kind of who you are and where you're from and anything else that you can fit in the course of 10 seconds. And so I'm pulling up a little timer here. All right.
How are we deciding who goes when?
We're going to go in order of astrological sign.
Do you just call a name and then we'll say our name?
I'll call you.
That's too easy.
Okay, you ready? Yeah, I'm gonna see. Can you see that?
I think Tom should go first.
No. Oh, there it is.
What?
Yeah.
So look on my
On your
mic.
mic.
Oh,
on the
I'm
mic
looking at
cam.
the wrong one. Yeah.
I guess I can just
Yeah.
do that.
I
I don't know why. All right. Oh wait, I should call on someone.
Somebody else
someone
came
else.
out.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Alan Brown.
Alan Brown's coming.
Alan Brown.
All right.
Crush it.
Brown.
Hey, Alan.
You can't hear us.
We went
Either that or he's just ignoring us.
I think. Do we have a sign made for that yet? What does the sign need to say? Accept
Unmute audio.
The audio.
I said that to Carolyn.
I don't know if you can even see us yet.
Oh, wait. Alan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Alan Brown. All right.
Got back from the dentist.
Don't worry, we haven't actually started yet.
Alan?
We're on ADHD time.
So what we're going to do here is, as soon as I can keep the train of thought, we are going to go 10-second fast intros. How do I reset this thing? Here's what we're going to do. It's 10 seconds. I'm just going to count it in my head and then cut you off when you're done. Okay. So Oz is going to go first.
I was just here in Portland, Oregon, and I'm having some nice bullet bourbon. And I'm noticing this is the first time that my tattoo is showing, but I'm not going to say what it means. Anyway, so that's me.
Great intro. Thank you. All right. Ellen, do you want to give your intro?
Sure. I'm Alan Brown.
Oh, wait, hold on, Alan. Alan, you jumped right along. I know that Alan sounds like Ellen.
Oh, sorry.
But you just got to wait your turn. All right. So I'm actually going to go in order on the screen.
Okay.
So can you guys hear Ellen? Because I've muted her mic, but you should be able to hear it if you.
If you say anything, I can't hear it.
She's
Yeah, you have
messing
to
with
talk.
audio.
I'm trying to scare him.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
My name is Ellen, not Alan. I have not been to the dentist.
What?
I'm helping Eric. I'm his sidekick. I'm his gopher, his not maid. I do improv, and I want to do an improv podcast, and he is going to help me do that.
Great. Next, Tom Nardone, 10 seconds. You're on.
Tom Nardone. I'm a blogger and a writer.
Can't hear you.
Well, my time's up. My time's up.
All right. Carly, you're next.
Hi, I'm Carly Knight. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And yeah.
Awesome. Jeff, you are muted at the moment, so why don't you go ahead and unmute you? And we got some people who are moving around, so right now, why don't y'all mute yourselves, and unless you're actually talking. Jeff?
Hello, my name is Jeff Ashford. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am a systems engineer, ironically, by day, a commercial hot air balloon pilot.
You were cutting out, and your audio just so I got that you're a systems engineer and you do something with hot air balloons. That's awesome. Jen, you're next.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
We're going in order here.
Okay, so me.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Jennifer Ratliff. I'm originally from Kentucky, but I go to school in Nashville, so my heart's split.
With time to spare. All right. Doug, you are up.
I'm Doug Harris. I'm from Saline, Michigan, outside of Ann Arbor, and I'm hearing beeping in my headphones, so I forgot to charge them today. So I have to find new headphones, so that's why I'm rushing around. That's
Time's up. That was nothing really about you except for the name. That was more about your headphones. But, that's great. That's great. Precious, you're up.
Oh, hi. My name is Precious Mackey, and I'm originally from Florida and living
Wait, hold on a
right
second.
outside of Richmond.
Where's that beeping from? Is that you?
Me? It's not me.
Does anybody else hear that?
It sounds like a violin.
It's a bad
What
one.
key is that in?
C sharp.
I don't know what that is. I don't hear it here.
Hit mute and see if it's you.
Who, me?
Yep.
Whoever just muted themselves, it worked. So, so if you want to know about Precious, you can hear it. No. Ryan, who is it?
I think it's sorry, but I think it's Precious. Oh yeah, it stopped. Weird.
How?
Okay. Diane, you're up.
Hey, I'm Diane Cherowitz. I'm from Woodstock, Illinois. And I have a monkey named Roberto, who's green.
Awesome. Ryan.
My name is Ryan McCrae. I'm from Orland Park, Illinois. I write on ADD and presenting, and I work for an undisclosed company.
It is a fruit company, and it tastes good in pies. Sorry. You, who's next? Teresa.
No.
Hi, I can't actually read that, but whatever you're showing on your phone.
And time's up. Thank you very much, Teresa.
Sorry. Stop it. I'm Teresa. I have a PhD in neuroscience. ADHD is not my specialty, but I was diagnosed with it a few years ago.
So you are your own expert.
Sure.
Okay, Daniel, you are up.
Oh, I'm Daniel Bowling. I live in Cincinnati, moving to Columbia, South Carolina. Podcaster, blogger in progress.
All right. Jenny.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm from Long Island, New York.
Sweet. Didn't we do you? You're up again. What's going on? All right, Carolyn.
Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm from Rome, New York. I'm an ADHD coach, and that's it.
Where would there be any reason why people would know your voice?
Well, if they listen to your show, then they would know that I'm the master of the audible domain.
She's my audible storyteller.
Oh, you're the one. I love that.
A lot of great feedback about that, Carolyn. So I appreciate everything you've done. And Alan Brown, the ADD Crusher. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm Alan Brown. I'm here in from New Jersey, but I'm here in San Diego. And yeah, I'm the ADD Crusher guy. And I'm a big fan of Eric Tivers, too.
I'm a big fan of yours. You know, Alan, I got to tell you, you turned me on to that the Brendan Bouchard one-page productivity sheet, and I've formatted my whole productivity system around that. So thank you for turning me on to that. That was awesome.
Love it.
If you could drop that link in the chat, that'd be a big help.
If you go to erictivers.com/25. See, I would get bored of that. So I have mine actually in a book. So it's every couple of weeks it sort of changes format. You know, sometimes I draw pictures, but it's all the same kind of general. But I have this whole system. I also combine a bullet kind of concept where I create an index in the front. So if in between each page, if I want to draw a picture of your mom, and I really like that.
Who's mom?
No, it's a compliment. And I could put in my index picture of Alan's mom, or anybody else's mom, and I can easily find that by taking a picture on Evernote, and then I can search it. So, okay. So I've insulted at least half of the people's moms.
So we're going to ask for scratchy stories and best impersonations.
So yes. So man, I gotta have you for everything, Ellen, because I created this list, and it's like, what time are we on? And so I shared it with Ellen, the things that I want to be able to talk about here for this episode. But first of all, thank you everyone. This is awesome that you guys are all here. This is so cool. And more than half of you, I think, have been past guests on the podcast. So thank you, all of you guys, for, if it weren't for you guys, the show wouldn't be going on. So I appreciate all of you who have shared your stories. It's just been awesome. Okay, so we have, let's start with a great story. We like stories on ADHD rewired. So I want to hear a funny story. So this is not now, let me kind of specify what I mean by story. So I'm not talking about novel. I'm not talking about, keynote presentation. I'm talking like a funny moment. I left my keys in the car. No, that's where I want the keys. I left my keys. So I was looking at what she wrote. She asked me how long, and my brain couldn't do both at the same time. But no, it's fine. So now, what was I saying? Because I have no idea.
You were saying something like you lost your keys in the car.
It's not Precious, because she's muted.
Who's not muted?
Who has Bluetooth headset on? I wonder. That's
not me.
It keeps popping up to Douglas.
Yeah, I think it's Doug.
It's Doug. Doug, I wonder if that's your headset.
Dying.
I don't even hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
good chance-
What
So
if you
that
can even
would-
hear us?
Yep. Can you hear us?
What about the story?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I have a feeling that might have been your. So during the stories, I want everyone except for who was talking to mute themselves. So here's the story. We'll go about 30 seconds, minute tops. We're going to cut off at a minute. Okay. I want to hear a funny kind of ADHD story, something that, the keys you left in the fridge or something like that. But, we've all done that, right? Right? Please tell me that I'm not the only one that's done that.
Keys in the fridge.
Happy, come here.
I've not done that, but I've lost many since.
Okay. So you lost them somewhere. I want to hear your funny stories. So your funny ADHD
I'm
moment.
happy to go first.
Okay. Since Doug jumped in. So here's what I'm going to do, actually, real quick. I'm going to have a button that says manage participants. I'm about to manage all of you. I'm going to mute all, and then I'm going to unmute Doug here. Okay, so you are all muted for right now. Doug, you're up. Give me your timer.
I was at the ADA conference this last summer, and we had a gathering at a bar on a Saturday night. And I was talking with some people, as a group of like 3 or 4 people, and my filters were totally off. And I was talking, and I was totally aware that I was going totally astray, just hoping that my stream of thought would come back, and it never came back. And eventually the people I was with were just staring at me agog with their jaws dropped. And I said, this did not work, did it? And we all laughed, and I was okay with it because I was like my tribe. But it was so funny that I was like totally lost, and it was all good.
Awesome. All right. That was in
39 seconds.
Ooh, and can you mute your mic again? That was good. That was good that you stayed under there.
Okay. I'll go.
All right, hang on one sec.
All right. Okay, cool. We're not getting that weird feedback, which just makes my brain go, what's going on? Okay. I think Oz said, so I'm going to just, you know what? I'm not going to manage all of you. I need you guys to do some self-management. So you know that executive functioning is part of self-management. So I'm asking you guys to self-manage because I can't do it right now. There's too many of you. All right,
if a person doesn't want to go, then they just not raise their hand. You don't put them on the spot by pointing at them and then anyway. Okay, so I was really interested in this woman, and I figured, okay, here's my opportunity to get to know her a little bit, show her, just what a great a guy I am. Like 8 of us were gonna go see Avatar on opening night, and I know what happens with me in movies, but I figure I got to go impress this woman, and about a half hour in, I was dead asleep. and after this 3-hour movie, all the talk was about how Oz went to sleep and started snoring.
That's awesome. All right. Who wants to go next? Thanks, Oz. Carly. All right. Unmute yourself, Carly. Oz.
I don't know how funny the story is.
Okay. Let me get the timer going. We're all under the time. This is awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. Really. You must have been listening to some pretty good ADHD podcasts if you're really focusing on this stuff. Go.
Okay, so I went to this job interview in Gurney. I live in Milwaukee, so I went to the job interview for a job that was in Milwaukee, but anyway, that's not important. Anyway, I told the interviewer that I had ADHD while I was interviewing him, and he said it didn't exist, so I didn't get the job.
Well, if it doesn't exist, why did you not get the job? I mean, it's like, well, it's not real.
I thought I had a good lock on the job, but it was.
What was the job for?
Board game barristers.
What was it?
It's a board game store.
Okay.
A clerk at a board game store. I would have liked that job.
Would he be too bored? I don't. Sorry. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Carly. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Who said that?
Carolyn.
Where are you? Wave your hand so I can see who's talking. There you go. All right, Caroline.
Okay. So I often have these visions in my head where I can create these wonderful things. Okay, so my sons both wanted to be Pokemon for Halloween, except my older son is bigger than the child's costumes. So I said, all right, who do you want to be? I'll make it, but I don't know how to sew. So I'm gluing this thing, taping it right down to the very end. It came out awesome until I stepped on the tape, sliced my big toe. I had to glue so much on the inside. He puts his head on. He's walking around getting candy, and he's high from the fumes from all the glue I put on. And his head was like 20 pounds of foam. It's like, I can't wear this, Mom. So I had to wear the head and stand close to him like a off-sided headed Pokemon.
That's awesome.
That's an awesome story. I'm going to send that picture up to the group because
Please do.
The
Please
costume
do.
turned out great considering it was all in my head.
Okay, so I want to make sure that everyone knows where their mute button is, because right at the end of the story, if you want to kind of just jump in and make a quick comment about that, let's hear the laughter, because we could all see the laughter, but people who are listening to this next week aren't going to know how funny that was. It's like the actual laugh track, but it's muted. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah.
What happens
Maybe we should all unmute ourselves and just be quiet while they're talking. If that's possible.
But we can't.
This pantomime laugh track.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We got to be able to be still and quiet, and this is an ADHD group.
Yeah, but I mean, that could have gone on a whole other level.
We just got dared.
We always have to repress ourselves and mute ourselves in, the neurotypical world.
Okay.
Try for one story. I dare you. One story. Everyone unmute. See what happens.
All right, I think we can do it. Everyone unmute yourself and be super quiet.
Who's going next?
Ryan, you're still muted. He doesn't trust himself. Yeah.
He's being considerate.
Oh, his neighbors are playing loud music, so he's like,
okay.
He's
You
like,
know where the
"Can't
circuit
do
breaker
that."
is.
He probably trusts himself. It's just that the idiots around him can't be considerate.
That's his life.
Well, they didn't get invited to the party, so But this is why they're blasting their music. It's because they're kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They're I don't know.
I don't know. What are you talking about, Eric?
I don't know. That's something none of you guys would help me with.
I think Tom wants to go now.
I just open my mouth and I just I'm as surprised as half of you guys are or whatever comes out of it.
Right, Tom.
Tom, all right, so we're all going to be quiet. Okay. Tom, you're up.
We can't hear you, Tom.
Are you
Not a thing.
I think your mic's off.
Tom, nope. Not hearing you.
I think his days of being a podcaster are over if he's on a microphone.
I can't believe we can't hear Tom.
It's the first time Tom's ever sang it. Right in the middle.
Get a Mac, Tom. Get a Mac.
All right, Tom.
No.
Oh, there he is.
He's back.
Oh, I think Ryan just disclosed what
Can you hear me?
he works for.
Yeah, I hear you.
I heard him.
Okay. Well, I fixed my mic because I was recording Eric's show for him. But anyway, sorry, I got very technical over here. But I was in the Navy, and my first day on the boat, they asked me to paint it because we were going to sea the next day, and
we're getting some bad audio. I'm not sure where that's from.
Sounds like a waterfall.
We went 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's controllable or non-controllable.
okay, we can't manage ourselves, Eric. So
I think that was Alan Brown. Brown.
No, it wasn't.
Doug again.
Yeah, Doug just muted himself, and I don't hear it anymore.
Does that mean Doug?
That's not proof of anything.
You can't prove it.
All right. Yeah. Ellen's taking back the dare.
Yep.
Okay. We've proven ourselves that we can't do it. It's okay.
It's not you. It's some weird background.
I don't know, but Alan got up. I think his headphones maybe slid down. I think that's maybe what we were hearing.
No, I think it was Doug. He muted himself, and it's gone away now.
But at the same time,
I've been framed.
in a 2x3 box, in fact. Okay.
One more chance. We can do it.
All right, let's try this again. Tom, you were in the Navy.
Okay, I was in the Navy. I was on a submarine. When I got to the boat, the person in charge of deck division told me that I needed to paint the boat because we were going to sea the next day. And he says, "You know what to do, right?" And he was in a hurry to get out of here, and I just thought he'd get mad if I said no, so I told him I did. He says, "Okay, great, the paint's on the pier," and he left. So I spent the whole night painting the boat, and it was black just like it's supposed to be when we got finished with it. And he was real proud of me, and I felt really great about it. And we went to sea, and then halfway through our 6-day run, they said that the head of the Pacific Fleet was going to catch our boat and ride our boat to see how we were operating it. When we surfaced, the boat was green because that's the color primer that we use on a submarine. The boat was green. I mean, it was green. And because apparently there was a 2-part primer, it was an epoxy, a rubber-based epoxy that you're supposed to mix together, and then you use that to paint the boat. I just took component A and painted the whole submarine with it. And it, of course, washed off. And when the 4-star admiral came on the boat, he got black, splotches of black paint all over his whites, as did the captain. And I was actually feeling pretty good.
Tom,
I cried.
We salute you.
I cried. I did. There, it's out there. I said it.
It's like running over a turtle.
Yep.
All right. Does anyone have anything that can compare to the amount of tax dollars that cost?
I don't know. I could tell that story I shared with you and Tom that other day about the forms I had to fill out. I mean, it's another music story. You figure, but no, for our judging at the end of the semester, we have to fill out these forms so that the judges have the papers and the information that we're going to do. And I had not saved the file properly, so the morning of my performance, I'm rushing around. Of course, I'm late, and I rush and fill out the papers really super fast, and I missed some of the pieces and trying to put it all together. After everything's all said and done, I get my papers and reading the comments and everything, and I see question marks. And I had typed out on every single paper and printed it several times. Piano was spelled P-A-I-N-O. And I had looked and proofread and stared at this for so many times. And so instead of piano, I was playing piano.
Precious, I have a similar story in college. I was writing a paper in a social policy class about how judges should recuse themselves. I thought the word is rescue. Whoops. So there's that. Anyone else have how many times do we have that experience where we're way older than we wish we were when we realize that we've been misusing a word for our entire lives?
Yes. Yeah.
If anyone has not had that experience, I don't believe you.
I have not.
I have.
I was gonna say, I don't think Carolyn has.
Hey, I'm upset.
It's probably because of all the Audible she listens to.
Yeah.
And if you want to have spelling like Carolyn, go to audibletrial.com/ADHDreWired for your free audiobook download.
How does listening to a book give you good
Come on, just go work with it.
That's the neuroscience.
I wish I could take advantage of the audio trial. I already took advantage of it from somebody else.
Get a new email account. I mean,
Jenny's raising her hand.
Jenny.
Maybe she has a story.
She's so polite.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, because I'm writing a book, and since Carolyn's my friend, she agreed to look at it with her editing expertise because she knows all words and everything. So she spends 8 hours on this thing, and we talked about it a couple times, and just today, it turns out I sent her the wrong book.
Are you writing multiple books?
Wait.
Yeah.
And she was like working on it today?
She edited the wrong book.
That's
8 hours.
For 8 hours?
8 hours.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
And we talked about it. Yeah, I feel horrible.
Carolyn's not laughing.
Can't you just work on that book now?
I've already been giving this one away.
That is, what book was it?
It's the one I'm giving away. I'm giving it away to anyone who wants it.
Now it's edited.
Now it's, yeah.
So now I have to, exactly.
Did she like send you some stuff back? Like, you have a lot of work before anyone sees this.
Oh yeah,
I did.
She's like, it is all red. It is all red, and I'm like, oh, that's good because about 100 people already have.
I can't, if you go and look through my show notes, like that are released for the podcast, you'll probably find typos in every single one. It's, go look. I've been thinking about for a long time, posting on every page on my website, which is an open source editing, to catch the typo and for contest. I mean, it's because I just don't see them. It's like I can look through them. I have a rule for myself that before I send out anything through my email marketing program, that my wife has to look at it. Every single time without fail, where I don't have the patience to do it, I'm really careful about editing it, and I feel really proud. Okay, this is for sure. There's no typos in there. Typos.
Eric?
Yes?
The invitation to the Google
Let's hear it.
said, and I sent it to Jenny. I'm like, do you see it? And she's like, no. I'm like, it says that we have to be in a quiet setting, not a quiet setting.
Yes, I caught that. It's quite a setting.
It is.
You actually read through all the words? I'm looking at the email right now.
You spelled quite correctly.
It's okay. Tom.
Yes.
Tom spelled his own name wrong the other day to me.
Okay.
And wait a minute. He's like, doesn't everybody spell their own name wrong? I said, no. And I said, but yours only has 3 letters.
Okay. Any of you people that know me understand that I am beyond embarrassment. It's just something I don't generally ever feel. So if I had legitimately spelled my name wrong because I'm unable to spell it or think it's spelled that way, then that'd be one thing. But when I'm at work walking down and someone's bugging me because they're trying to figure out how to design the world's cheapest bathroom remodel, and I'm trying to type while I'm listening to them, forgive me if I hit the wrong button. That's a typo. I mean, that was a fine attempt, Carolyn, but no, you don't get that one. I would give it to you if I did. 3 letters.
Spelled it rim.
Spell checker. What can I tell you? I blame spell checker.
All right,
Rim Nardone.
But I will tell you, Yvonne spoke in front of 100 people.
Don't make me meet all of you.
I don't know how many times she meant to say, it's a moot point, and she kept saying mute point.
For about 2 years of doing webinars, I would spell webinar with an I. All right, here we go. We're gonna refocus here. What's my next agenda item? Strategies or apps. All right, favorite strategies or apps. So I don't know if you guys have seen the. Can you grab the magazine? So Attitude magazine. I don't know if you guys have seen it. This one. So the front one there is an article that I wrote, and then there's another person that wrote the second article because I wrote 30 of them, and then plus 17 is 47.
What was her name again?
What was your name? I don't know.
What difference does it make?
Who's the co-author? Or not the co-author. The other author. It's the girl. That's what I remember.
That other person.
Names
Barb
are hard.
or second page.
It doesn't say the correct. Oh, that's the third page.
He was reading it on the thing.
Beth, I had the right amount of letters and the first letter of the name. I thought it was Barb was Beth. Not bad, not bad. That part of my brain isn't completely broken. Okay. Who has a favorite app? Let's start with apps. We'll go real quick. If you have a favorite app or a most used app, just quickly share what it is. Tom, do you have a favorite app?
Sorry.
Messenger.
The sleep Android sleep thing.
Sleep Cycle.
No. wait, I have it. It's the sleep one, not cycle, but Android sleep. Sleep Android.
Okay, someone's getting noisy.
Someone's
getting noisy. Carly, do you have an app?
Oh, yeah, I've got tons of apps. Dispatch, I love that one for my mail.
Okay. What does it do?
It's a mailbox app, but it works with GTD.
Wait, time out for 1 second, Carla. I think that your furry animal there is rubbing on your microphone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's a mailbox app that works with GTD.
Getting things done.
Yep, I need that kind of thing because I'm so disorganized.
Jen, you're distracting me right now.
What are you doing?
She was her some kind of animal.
I know, I can see that.
It's not a monkey.
Penguin smarty pants.
This is monkeys only, just so you guys know. All right, Jeff, do you have
Lightyear? I do. I'm learning to use several, but Trello and Google Reminders are my favorite right now.
Trello and Google Reminders? What do you do with Trello? And can you talk a little louder, maybe?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure. So with Trello, I use it in kind of a pseudo GPD system, and I create boards with all my lists on there and projects. Then I'll archive to OneNote.
You'll archive it to OneNote. Okay. So Trello to OneNote. Cool. Jen,
Yes.
favorite app?
Facebook.
Okay. Doug.
Especially because of coaching group.
It's a good app.
Eye Defender. It's designed to prevent eye fatigue, but I like it because every 15 seconds it cuts my screen out and pops up a screensaver, so I cannot ignore the fact that I'm spending way too much time on things I shouldn't be spending. I can't block it out like I could with audio thing.
What is it called?
Eye Defender.
Is it I or
EYE Defender.
Cool. All right.
It'll
Precious.
pop up 12 times during playing Flash games. It's amazing.
Cool.
And sad.
Precious. Favorite app?
I liked the sleep Android app.
Oh yeah, I think.
And I like
this sounds
Twilight
familiar.
too. But yeah, you asked me.
I did. Yeah, Diane.
I use Songza a lot just to get me motivated.
Songzilla.
Songza.
Songza.
Yeah.
I added the Illa. That'd be a cool app. We got to create Songzilla. That's an awesome app.
That is actually my nickname around the house is Momzilla. So
that's right.
MZ for short. I answer to MZ. Yeah. And then I use Evernote a lot as well.
Cool. Ryan, you're up. He's using Sign on an audio podcast.
I'm an Evernote fanatic, and that's what I talked about on Eric's show. I use it to just do a lot of content managing and just storing information. If I even think I might lose it, I just take a picture of it and store it. And one of my colleagues came up to me and said, "Hey, you showed me an article 7 months ago on journaling. Any chance you know what it is?" I'm like, "Nope." But I just was like, "Is this it?" Yeah. Okay. Share.
Cool.
Done. But there's wonderful hacks you can use to really.
Hey, Ryan, you were I think I was talking to you. You were telling me about a desktop app for Apple that cleans up unused icons.
It's called Hazel. So it's like it has like a little dust broom as its symbol. But you can set up rules that say, hey, if I haven't opened a document in 6 months, move it to this folder. If I download photos, put them in my iPhoto or my pictures. So it manages. It becomes a little housekeeper for your Mac to move files. You have to get some practice with it because it'll commit once you set up the rule. So you don't want to say move every file I haven't touched in 6 months, because then things that belong other places just go. But just as long as you take your time, one rule a week, it will manage it for you. So when I back up my my computer, I have a file that says move to hard drive. I just move everything there because I haven't opened that document or picture in 6 months. Yeah.
Cool. So it's kind of like an IFT for your desktop?
Yeah.
IFTTT?
It's like an IFT for your desktop.
Okay. IfthisthenThat.com, or IFTTT.com. Teresa, you are up. Favorite app?
I was trying to think. I actually like that app that I think I shared on the page before, but I can't remember the name of it now. But it had the like shows your today's schedule is like a circle, like the clock face, and it also integrates reminders, and you can use it for goals too. Although I use it used to be called Lyft or something like that, but now it's called Coach.me. Yeah, I like that one too.
Coach.me.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going back to it, but I don't really dig into it too much. So it looks cool, but then I don't know.
Yeah, it's not all that gripping. I've kind of come and gone from it a couple of times, but it's been really good.
Sorry, we're having a moment here. You were saying everyone's looking at us very awkwardly. Moving on, please. That was a great recommendation, Teresa. Daniel, favorite app?
Yeah, I'm really just now getting into Evernote, so I'm going to have to go back and listen to Ryan's episode again. But couple that with Dropbox for a lot of file storage, and then, of course, audiobooks.
Okay, so Audible?
I was just trying to audiobooks, but I guess you should say Audible is what I should do.
Is there any other?
Episode 46.
Episode 46 is, why am I saying this?
So someone wants to learn about Evernote?
Oh, yeah.
Episode 46.
No, that's not. That's episode 45 is one with Evernote.
Oh, episode 45, if we want to learn, because Evernote keeps coming up and I want to learn more about it. So if I go listen to episode 45, I will learn more about it.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. All right. Jenny, favorite app?
No apps.
No apps. Ellen.
Songza is my favorite, and Audible.
Songza and Audible. Awesome. Carolyn, favorite app?
I like Audible, of course, when I use the most, but there's another one that nobody's mentioned yet that I use a lot. It's called Wheel of What?
What's that?
Wheel of what?
Okay, so picture like a Wheel of Fortune wheel, and you get to label the different categories. And it's just because sometimes I have indecision over stupid things, and it could be like, you know, do I want to go to Subway, Burger King, Pizza Hut? So I'll label each one, then we'll spin the wheel, and there's our decision.
Awesome.
You know, like I've got
Awesome.
different rooms of the house.
I need that
Where do
for
I want to start? It's just easier.
That's so cool.
And you know what? The kids don't fight with that either.
What's that?
The kids don't fight. It's like, let's leave it up to the wheel. Okay.
Awesome. No, that's so cool. That's so cool. There's another app, and I don't remember if I mentioned it on an earlier episode, for helping when you're feeling stuck, called Unstuck. It's got a really cool interface. You can go to the website. I think it's unstuck.com. The iPad app is great. 3030 was when that Ellen was just reminding me that I showed her. And I did, I think, talk about that in a prior episode way back when this show was just a wee little podcast that was trying to do something. What's that?
I thought of another app I was just getting into is Habit RPG.
Habit RPG. I've heard of that, and I tried it, and I didn't get it.
It's like an RPG with habits.
Okay. Very cool. Alan Brown.
Yeah, I tried it too.
RGP, is that for rocket propelled grenade? That's a pretty cool app.
Role-playing game.
This is my favorite app. Well, you can't see it for squat. It's called the 7-minute workout. And here's why this is really cool. The three biggest, first of all, we all know the research is very complete on this. We know that exercise helps with our ADHD. It fires up our brain, increases focus, all this good stuff. But there are 3 key reasons we don't work out as much as we could or at all. 1, we don't have time. 2, can't get to the gym or don't have a membership. 3, even at home, I don't have the equipment. This is a workout that takes 7 minutes to do and requires 0 equipment.
Cool.
And what it is 12 high-intensity body weight exercises. You do 30 seconds per exercise with 10-second rest between them. And when you're done in 7 minutes, you've worked up a sweat and you feel fantastic. And it just dissolves all the excuses for not working out.
And Alan, while you're saying that, Teresa was taking her sweatshirt off, so she's getting ready to do this right now.
No, that's actually my excuse is the sweat part. I can't make myself change clothes to get into workout clothes and then change clothes after. That's why I never work out.
Well, I don't know if there's an app for that. I don't know if there's an app for that, but I hope there is, because that's a tough predicament.
What's it called again?
It's called the 7-minute workout.
Cool.
It's free. It's brilliant.
All right. Oz, I thought you were on the top before. What happened?
Well, I will tell you, this is my app. Notebook and a mechanical pencil. Because right now with apps, what I start thinking about is configuration and updates and all kind of crazy stuff that I don't want to have to deal with. Because already with certain apps, you know, in this beta test world, right, where things are always changing, I'm tired of it. You know, with Chrome just changed their bookmark layout. Now I'm dealing with that. I don't want to deal with some app that's decided they want to change their look and change their submenus. No, I deal with this.
And Oz, you're like an Excel wizard. So think about this for a moment. You know, I think I've downloaded like every productivity app there is. Oz gets pretty deep into some different areas of technology, and we both use a paper notebook. There's something to that.
I use one too.
It's kind of zen.
Yeah, you have to remember to charge it. It's another positive feature.
And if the internet goes down, it's not disconnected while you're on the phone screaming at Comcast.
All right. We're going to go 5 strategies. So not everyone's going to get a chance to do this, but if you have a killer strategy that you just think people have to know about, I want you're going to have your killer strategy.
I'll offer 2.
Oh, wow. Taking 2 of the 5 right off the bat, huh?
There's a lot of moving around.
Yeah, who's moving?
Let's blame Doug, what we always do.
One has been just communicate, because I can think about the perfect thing to say in an email or whatever, when more important is to realize just communicate. Be responsible for what I say, send it, and let the other person respond. And the second thing is, for about the past year and a half, I've been going to sleep with ASMR videos. But you gotta check them out.
What does that stand for? It's auto sensory something or another.
Meridian response, something like that. But there's a lot of like scratching and whispering and tapping on stuff that just it focus my mind on one thing when I'm wanting to go to bed, so that I'm not laying there thinking about all kind of stuff. I'm like maybe a role play video of, oh, glad to see you. You're here for your shave. Oh.
That's a different kind of video.
And then, no, it's not. No, it's not. Stop being nasty.
There was a whole episode on This American Life about it. It was actually fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And actually, I recently discovered a podcast that I've been listening to. It's a sleep. Oh man, I have to.
Binaural beats.
No, it's not that. The whole notion of this podcast is it's boring. Like that's his whole like description.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting enough, but he goes on. He's like a brilliant tangent creator. Like it's great. You know what? I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
It's worth me killing my mic cam video feed just to tell you the name of this podcast because it's. All right, let's see here. Hang on.
Let's talk amongst ourselves.
I got it. It's called Sleep with Me. And don't get nasty. It's a sleep podcast. Nice. So Sleep with Me. It's great. It's I've started listening to it this past week, and I have been enjoying it. I fall asleep to it.
How do you know he's not, digging into your subconscious after you're asleep when he's saying?
I don't care. Okay, next. Great strategy.
I got a bullet journal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love the bullet journal. The guy who developed it has ADHD. So if you go to bulletjournal.com, you can learn more about it.
Great. Thank you for that, Carly. Diane.
Something I've developed just around the house to keep things under control is I do these 5-minute flash cleanings. So I set my timer for 5 minutes and I just go like from room to room to room and I just focus on like blasting through, picking stuff up and it doesn't give me time to think about it or like dwell on what to do with anything or, no memories or anything. It's just pick stuff up and just put it away. And the timer goes off, then I just like run to the other room. And if I can do 3 or 4 of them, and I'm really working on doing it more consistently every day, but it makes a really big difference, like keeping the chaos in the house under control.
So, okay, so Diane, in spirit of that, here's what we're going to do. Now, this is going to be crappy for audio, but we're going to take 30 seconds and we're going to all put something away. You ready?
Oh, gosh.
Any marks? Okay. Get set.
I'm going to need more than 30 seconds to get up.
How do I know when the time's up? Did it start?
I guess so. Go.
Okay.
Put something in my pocket that needs to go home. Okay.
It's
going to take us 30 seconds to decide on what we're actually going to put away. All right, there's 5 seconds left.
I put away my dreams and hopes.
All right, guys, that was awesome, and Daniel just put away another.
I was gonna say put away some beer.
Yeah, I just said he just put one away.
Tom, what did you put away?
I had this microphone stand on my desk. I just tossed it into my closet.
Boom. Anyone else have an awesome strategy they want to share?
I'm sure I do. I just can't think of it.
There's an app for that. What happened?
Oh,
Ryan's
Ryan
gonna
has his hand
pantomime
up.
something.
Ryan.
I guess my strategy that I've been using is just like calling a mulligan when I really just screw it up. And I just like say to myself like, hey, we're going to start over. We're doing a mulligan and just like starting the new day. Because for me, like when I forget something or I, mess it up, I tend to get down on myself. And then like the chorus of like evil urchins are in my head. Like, you're the worst. And so I just am like, all right, mulligan, like we're going to start over. And, I just kind of blank slate it. So
that's good, Ryan. A lot of times I ask my wife for a do-over.
Right.
I'll say, look, I want a do-over. And she'll give it to me. So there you go.
That's great. That's great.
Bless you.
Ask for the do-over. Always ask for the do-over.
Okay.
That's nicely, though.
So this idea of this 50th episode Zoom party kind of came from, I was giving Tom and I think Precious, I was offering an inside view of me recording my intro, except for the fact I didn't anticipate when I had people watching me do it, I couldn't get through it without laughing. And I discovered that Tom does a fairly halfway decent impersonation of me. For my opening, the way I say the name of the podcast. notes. ADHD rewired. Okay, so what I want to actually do is have everyone give it their best go. The ADHD rewired. And you can even say episode number 50.
In unison?
No, not in, well, that could be interesting. In unison.
We need direction.
Yeah,
Oh man, this is going to take 30 minutes.
Let's do it all.
It is.
Okay.
You're 30 minutes away from
now,
getting this done.
I'm consulting my improv expert here, who was trained at Second City, right?
Wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
She's the real deal.
Ah.
She's like, what? Okay. So what she suggested, if you did not hear, that each person's gonna go, then I'm gonna do it in between each person so you can rehear how I do it. So, Carly isn't doing a variation of how Tom did it, and then Jeff isn't doing a variation of what Carly did, which was a variation of what Tom did. Right. That could be interesting, but that's something different.
Telephone.
That's what I'm hungry. All right. So let me take a sip of water because I usually do that before I do my intro.
Yeah, sip of gin here.
I'm out of beer.
I might get choked up on the gin. This Tom takes a drag from his.
Did you see my cup? This is the Buzz Lightyear cup. I'm serious. I got this from Amazon.com. The Buzz Lightyear cup.
All right, so you guys are gonna get it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go. ADHD rewired episode number 50. All right, and I'm gonna do that in between each person. Okay, and Tom, you'll be first.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna.
Go ahead, pick on it.
Okay.
We got 25 more minutes.
Rewired episode number 50. Carly, you're up.
ADHD rewired episode 50.
All right. ADHD rewired episode number 50. Jeff, you're up.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
Oh, good.
Pretty good.
All right. Jen, I'm going to do mine and then you. ADHD. Now I'm going to start laughing. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
All right. I don't know if I will either, so let's try it. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
I'm not going to be able to do it without laughing. Okay.
That's good.
Come on, that's just stinking thinking.
Yeah, you can't say I can't. It's not allowed.
But I always do.
All right, Doug. We'll come back to you, Jen.
No, sorry. I've been practicing in my head.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
That's good.
All right, Precious. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
That's good.
That's good.
All right, Dan. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
This is ADHD. Sorry. Don't laugh, Eric. I have to do it again now. Okay. I'm sorry. Crap. Eric, if you hadn't laughed at me, I was doing good. Okay. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
All right. All right.
Good.
Ryan, you read me next. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
ADHD rewired episode number 50.
Nice. All right, Teresa.
You can't look. Don't look at the screen when you do it. You got to look down.
That's the key.
That's the key.
Really good advice.
Don't. Your 80s. You're like, don't look down.
I look at. Sorry.
I'm checking my email.
Don't look.
I gotta refocus myself.
Who's it?
Look.
Teresa.
I am.
But after he said that, now I'm all like psyched from it. All right. ADHD rewired episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
Okay, very good. Daniel, you're going to be next. ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
All right. The 50 was kind of weak there. What happened?
I did.
You had decent energy, and then I was just like...
I didn't know it was next.
Until you got to the 50? All right. Jenny, you're going to be next. ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
Oh.
All right.
It's like 50 after dark.
Sultry. All right. Carolyn, you're going to be next.
Oh, great.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
All right. And Oz.
Good.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
Very nice. And Ellen, do you want to come to the mic?
You need me to? Okay. Quick. Okay, go ahead. Say yours.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
All right.
Wow.
Energetic.
Boom. All right. And last but not least.
Oh my God.
Sorry, you guys can't see what I see. You will in a minute.
Eric has no pants on?
I was just going to say that. I lack the courage to say that, but that's
we
what I was
don't want to see that.
Tom, you have a filter that works.
And who's editing this, by the way?
I know, the poor, what's his name?
Richard. Thank you, Richard.
Sorry, Richard.
Sorry,
Poor
Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
You're getting a bonus this year, Richard.
ADHD Rewired, episode number 50.
We have a winner.
Yeah. How's the
Okay,
monkey?
so this is the ADHD Rewired monkey. Most of you know. I know that Dan is the unofficial president of the fan club. It's true. So he needs a name because he's tired of being called the ADHD Rewired monkey. It's true. I'm really tired of it. So I want to open some nominations for some names.
I have a monkey named Giuseppe.
What is it?
Giuseppe the happy monkey.
I'll never be able to spell that now.
Okay, if it has to be spellable, then we're talking.
At least relatively.
What about-
I mean, it could be a little bit longer than Tom.
Name him Philip. Just name him Philip.
Ryan says
Hi, Philip.
I don't know.
How about rewind?
What about bananas? Because Gwen Stefani taught me how to spell that. Thank you. Someone else got that.
I like bananas.
Bananas.
I asked my son, and he said Dexter or JoJo.
Oh,
Bananas.
JoJo's good.
It's
JoJo.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I like Eric for the name.
Yeah.
EJ. Eric Jr.
With a K.
And no E.
Ick?
U-R-E-K.
U-R-E-K.
Close
Eric.
enough.
Eric.
I thought of Baxter. Baxter the monkey, or Bam Bam.
Oh, I like Bam Bam.
I think it's
Bam
taken.
Bam, because I actually know somebody who has a monkey, and his real live monkey is named Bam Bam.
You're disqualified then.
Yeah.
No real life experience, please.
But a good Jewish name like Ivan.
Where does Bam Bam live? I'm kind of lonely. He wants a friend. Is that possible?
Maybe. I'll have to bring Roberto out to the next Chad meeting.
He likes that idea.
Okay.
I don't.
Jojo, Dexter, Bananas, Irk, Baxter, and Bam Bam.
You just gave me way too long of a list to be able to retell that. Give me like 2, and then I'll go from there. Top 2? What were the first 2?
Top 2? Oh, I thought.
Just in like sequential order, not like by. Give me the list. She gave me a list of like 6 things, and she thought I would remember it.
I thought they could hear me.
Where's? Okay, we have JoJo. Oh, your writing might be worse than mine. But not the whole time. Sometimes it's not. Ellen, are you sure you don't have ADHD?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now I'm just like scanning the page, not for what I'm supposed to be doing. We have Dep TV. What?
It was Bam Bam,
Dexter.
Okay.
JoJo, Baxter, Banana.
Dexter. Dr. Bananas? Did someone say that? Did I just hear that?
Bananas.
I like Dr. Bananas. Though.
I like Dr. Bananas though.
That's actually kind of cool.
I like Scatterbrain. The good intention monkey.
The good intention monkey.
I wish we could name the monkey Squirrel, but
That
that
could be
would
Kim's
give
next
a
book.
crisis.
The good intention monkey.
Good intention. Is there anything we can do with that? The good intention monkey.
Well, there was George. The
Yeah, I was
curious
thinking
monkey.
of George. Yeah.
Or was Rocky the squirrel?
Yes, Rocky's the squirrel. Bullwinkle's the moose.
Are there any television characters who are ADHD-like?
Are there any?
Oh! There's Scrat, and then there's the Hammy, the squirrel on Over the Hedge. No, I know. You know.
No, I know your
Dory.
Over the Hedge. I know.
Dory, yeah.
I think that this isn't going to be resolved tonight.
You should do a poll.
No,
On the website.
Maybe do a survey in the group.
that's brilliant.
A poll.
A
The
contest.
best thoughts aren't going to come out now. They're going to come out later.
EricTivers.com/monkey name. Make it happen.
Make it on Survey Monkey.
Survey monkey.
That has to be.
Little pump.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Boom. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. We got our list. Somebody said a name.
Okay, I'm going to look at my thesaurus.
And there.
Okay, if you had a name, if you can add it to the chat
Carly, I think.
bar that's at the bottom of the screen, because then I can take a look at those and we'll send out. And I'm going to do, we're going to launch a contest with this probably the next week or so. And I'm going to, what's going to be the winner of whoever wins is going to get a surprise package. I'm not even going to tell you what's going to be in it. It's going to be a complete surprise.
A good surprise?
Maybe. You have to hit record on your phone though to take a video so we can catch your face while you open it. Okay. What else did I want to cover before we
Amadeus.
I can read this. So as a reminder, please, so I don't have to track you down and kidnap your firstborn child, to go and sign the release that's on my website that will allow me to release this. Because I will send my monkey is going to hound you if you don't. So it's if you go to the link that was posted on the Facebook page, there was an O.
You're welcome to my firstborn child, by the way.
I was going to say the same thing.
Be careful what you wish for.
Thank you. Okay. Ooh, almost forgot a very important part of this. So I know that some of you are familiar with the concept of the mastermind group, where it's a group of people who are basically helping a single person who is in what's called the hot seat. And so this is a often used in kind of entrepreneurship circles. We do a hot seat, a mastermind group in our coaching group. But today, right now, what I want to do is I'm going to put myself in the hot seat. And so I want to get some feedback from you guys. What would make ADHD rewired better, unique, different, something that can improve the show? Is there something that I used to do that I'm going to bring back? So I'm going to put myself in the hot seat and I'm going to hear your suggestions, and I'm opening the door to any kind of constructive feedback. Okay, so if you just say that you suck, I'm going to kick you out of the room. But anything else besides that, I'm open to hearing. Who wants to go?
Go ahead, Jenny.
Okay. I liked when you had the episode when you were in the car, but before then, there was a little bit of time when I heard Carolyn talking, and I thought that was a very fun, it sounded impromptu kind of beginning instead of the formal, because everybody does the formal beginning.
I don't.
Oh, except for Tom. But I liked having an I thought it was interesting. It made me listen. I was like, "Ooh, what are they talking about?"
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And anything that you would recommend that I shouldn't do?
Doing his 50th episode. What's up?
I love your show, so no, I don't know of anything.
Thanks.
I would say don't be afraid of longer episodes, especially if you're interviewing somebody and having a really great conversation. Longer is okay because we can always stop the podcast and restart it when we're ready to listen again.
Yeah.
And then you can get deeper into stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks
Or
for
like
that.
you could even put it in 2 parts, like a part 1 interview and part 2, because you did that once, right?
I did. Yes.
Well, and you were concerned about that one where you were in the car, how long it was. Honestly, I didn't even notice how long it was, but I did, just like Teresa mentioned, I just paused it whenever I had to do something else and just turned it back on when I was wanting to listen.
I agree. I've heard so many people give their trailer pitch on like 5 or 6 different webinars. It's nice to hear when they have extra time to get into the depth, because that the deep stuff, that's what's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then fact.
What?
When you get guilt trips.
Right. Yeah. With Excel TV, we thought it was going to be 20-minute episodes, and some have gone almost 2 hours. But the thing is, chopping them up later, and there's a body of work, and not worrying about some individual episode, right? Just thinking more about the long-term body that you develop.
Okay. Hi, Yvonne. I mean you do, Tom, because you were making noise and you walked out of the room. Who else has ideas?
Oh, you're muted.
I don't think they know they're muted. How long should we let them go for?
I don't think so either.
I can't believe it's the record they've ever gone for this long unmuted. Unmuted, I should say.
I'm muted.
We can.
Okay,
right,
you got to say.
Yvonne
wants to say. We all did ADHD rewired. Imitate Eric. You got to do the ADHD.
ADHD rewired.
Episode 50.
Episode 50.
All right.
Have to be there. Okay, so I'm in the hot seat, Yvonne. So I'm getting feedback from people regarding ways to improve the podcast.
Well, letting Tom in was a big mistake.
No, she doesn't listen to it unless I'm on it.
That's a big mistake.
Her podcast, his podcast.
All right, I'm meeting you guys again. I can't take you. Jeff, any ideas, suggestions?
So I like the evolution. So I'm fairly new. So I've been listening to them kind of in succession. So I'd probably be a little closer to it and see the changes that are coming. And I think you're doing a fabulous job. A lot of the additions you've made, the music that you're putting in the background, the transitions that you're making, that type of thing. My wife will listen in the mornings and laugh incessantly, saying, "Ha, that's you." So I think if anything else, and I think you're doing this more and more, is getting outside folks who don't necessarily have are applicable to ADHD, but have good solutions for those of us that are. I think that's very helpful, and it kind of puts things in a real world perspective, because we still have to live in the real world. And there's lots of things out there to help us that aren't labeled ADHD. And I think that's really important that we recognize that and not get too hyper-focused, to use your term, on those things that are only ADHD.
So when you say get outside folks, what do you mean?
Well, folks that aren't necessarily in the purview of ADHD, folks that wouldn't even consider what they do or what they offer would be associated with ADHD, but we use it because it helps.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ryan, I think you were raising your hand.
A way to get listeners involved, maybe on some episodes do like a tip jar where like people send in tips and you just kind of draw them out like 1 or 2 tips. You could do it in between things to kind of break it up, just change it up, or at the end, like, hey, here are 3 additional tips, or put them in the show notes, and just something simple, just 1 or 2 lines people could just send in and say.
That's a cute idea. That could be an ongoing kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Doug?
This is not something to change, something to keep. I was talking to a friend today about how we watch podcasts and we try to take notes. And I said, Eric has show notes. It's all there online. She was blown away by that. I don't know anyone else does that, and I think that's just fantastic.
I don't do that. I pay someone to do that for me.
You get credit stuff. It's your dollar, your credit. So
Thank you.
that is awesome, though, because we're not note takers of renown, for sure. I think that's wonderful. Also, keep being authentic. Those are the 2 big things that you're doing great, and just keep doing them.
Thank you.
You know, one thing. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. One thing that keeps coming up for me is making an ADHD distinction versus I'm just not interested, or I'm tired, or I'm fed up with something. Because I think some things can go sideways during the day, and then it could get an ADHD tag placed on it. And I think that's important because of questions about, does ADHD exist? And when I fell asleep in the movie theater, was I tired or was that ADHD? For me, at that moment, it was ADHD because I was stuck for 3 hours.
So wait, what I think you're saying is my Adderall's completely worn off at this point. So
hard.
So Oz, you're saying that you want me to talk about that separation between, is it ADHD, is it other stuff?
Right. Yeah. Because some discussions can start to sound like, I don't know if we're still talking about ADHD anymore, or somebody just is fed up with something. I don't know.
Was there something specific, a specific episode that made you think of that you can remember?
No, not. I would have to go back and listen. But even like in some discussions, or just in general, I'm thinking.
Okay, all right. Anyone else? Diane?
Diane wants to say something.
I really liked your ADHD rediapered episode with your son. That was really hilarious. And I don't know if you could, it might get old listening to it over and over, but your little son is so adorable and his voice is so cute when he imitates you with the ADHD rewired. He says it just like you, but he's actually a little bit cuter when he says it than you are. Just saying. So, I don't know how you can incorporate that, but he's really
have more of Gibson on.
Yes, you're Monkey and Gibson, and you're set.
I'm going to be out of a job then soon.
Unless Eric would be good.
Yes.
That's sad. You don't mean that.
Let's see. What other questions should I be asking?
Yvonne has her hand up.
Other superpowers.
Superpowers. What about Okay, go ahead, Yvonne.
I just wondered how much are you really delving into? A lot of us have comorbid conditions, and how that kind of plays in depression, bipolar.
I haven't really covered a bunch of stuff on comorbid.
Because a lot of people have to deal with medications for depression and medications for ADHD as well, and how that plays in, and sometimes it contradicts each other.
Oh gosh, yeah, I went through that.
And there's a lot of overlap where is it my bipolar today or is it my ADHD? And that sort of thing, and coping skills and dealing with mood disorders.
Is a spouse a comorbid condition?
For Yvonne.
Doug, I don't think I actually realized how funny you were until today.
Oh, if you'd asked me, I would have told you.
Oh, I think you're talking about the podcast.
What? I think like Tom just whispered something in my ear.
I did. I said nothing.
He's inside my head.
All right. Do you guys have an all-time favorite episode?
I like the Seeing the Time one.
The which one?
Seeing My Time, Sklar, SSKY.
Yeah, Meredith Sklar.
Yes. How she gave kind of applications and how-tos, and it wasn't just kind of vague references. It was specific, this is how you break this down. And, you gave me my steps. And I'm very much I have my list, I have my steps, and that kind of helps. So I like that one. I still have, I think, 20 more to get through.
It's already gone.
I love episode 50.
Yes!
I have no idea.
Was it second? I was like, which one is...
I like Oz, the episode with Oz.
Yeah.
Great episode, Oz.
Yeah, completely.
I was disappointed that you did not have your cowboy hat on during the interview when I saw the video. So I just went back to the audio and pretended that you were wearing the cowboy hat. I found it much. It's just because the picture you're wearing the cowboy hat, and I laughed really hard when you said, "Well," you were explaining. Eric asked you some general question. You go, "Well, I have a lot of hats," and I just lost it. I lost it. And I can't, when I had to leave the room to do whatever, I kept pausing it because I didn't want to miss any of it. That was my favorite episode.
Thanks. All right.
All right. I'm going to, anyone else have a favorite episode? And then we are going to wrap this up.
I do.
Who said that? Carolyn.
I liked the one with you in the car.
Yeah.
Because it was very authentic, and I think it served a good normalizing purpose for people. And look up to you, Eric, because you really do have a lot going on, and it was you having a moment that we all see in ourselves, and it just made it very, very real. And I really appreciated it.
Thanks,
Carolyn.
Okay, can I be that one? Can I be that one past guest that jokingly says my own episode?
Nope. Okay, so we're gonna call that a wrap.
Yeah, my episode is my favorite, 45.
Tom's episode, yeah.
Yeah, I liked mine. Separate bedrooms.
Separate bedrooms, yeah.
Well, you don't think Yvonne's going to hang out up here, do you?
All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's what we're going to do. It's funny because Ellen just wrote a little note to me saying I should wrap it up. And then I had the thought of, that's easy for me to do. My intro, I say starting is the hardest part. Finishing is it's a close second. So
like sex.
This took more than 90 seconds.
Again, thank you, Richard. Thank you.
So here's what I'm going to do, guys.
Got the explicit rating.
Ready for the outro?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do it right now.
It's taking 30 minutes.
Usually I use notes. Last time I didn't. I told myself I should use notes 6 times.
30.
Once again,
Wait and see.
I'm just going to go for it. Well, ADHD Rewired listeners, you have just listened to another episode, the 50th episode of ADHD Rewired. Thank you guys for being an amazing community, a great group of people, and for everyone who joined me for this episode of this live Zoom call. Thanks for an amazing experiment. It was a great experience. I hope that this all works out as part of the editing process, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you are not currently a member of the ADHD Rewired Facebook community group, go onto Facebook and find us. Make sure that when you submit your request that you don't find me in the other inbox. I have like 70 people who have not responded to my responses to them. I filter everybody that comes into this group. And do you guys think this is an awesome group, the reWired community group?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, now be quiet. All right. Now, if you like this show and you want me to continue recording another 50 episodes, please go and leave a review on iTunes because it truly makes a huge difference. I am hoping by the time this is released, we're going to be at 200 reviews at iTunes, which just blows my mind. So thank you so much for listening. And I look forward to the next 50 episodes of ADHD reWired. Until next time.
Bye.
Thanks, Eric.
Nailed it.
Have a good night, you guys.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. And don't forget to sign up for those. I'm taking a screenshot so I remember who was here.
Okay, where are we supposed to go to sign the release? Talk about that.
Yep. It is on my on the Facebook page. I'm going to keep it posted. I'm going to put a direct link onto for the Google Doc survey form. So it's really easy to find. Okay, please do it.
Oh, there you go. Eric just put it in the chat. Ryan did.
Oh,
sorry, Ryan.
I know what you meant. So you can do it now before we even sign off. You can go ahead and click.
I think I already did it.
It truly takes it's a click
There's
and
a hell of a lot of legalese there.
It is.
I didn't read it.
I think we did that before. Didn't we do this before we came in?
We were supposed to.
Yeah, I don't. Can you get past it?
I lost interest reading it.
Oh, okay.
It should be in audio form.
I think I already did it then.
Yeah, I wasn't going to read it.
I might have done it twice.
Yeah,
Oh, you've got to do it. You got to do it.
I forgot what
Mine
we're
is
talking
signed for all of us.
You know you're signing away your firstborn child.
I hope so.
Mine comes with a
My
Pokemon
second,
head
too.
that'll get you high.
Oh,
Wow.
All right, you're my cat.
Bye then.
Well, it kept us all off the streets for an hour and a half. That's something.
I don't know what happened.
Save
It's
her
gonna be
place.
hard to edit.
All right, I signed it.
All right, Jenny signed it. Awesome. Who's willing to sign it?
I did it
now.
earlier.
I signed it a week ago.
No, you didn't. I would have. I didn't create it until like 2 o'clock this afternoon, so please.
There you go.
I cleared off 10 inches of snow from my driveway and signed it this afternoon. So I'm on
That's a
my
productive day.
Right?
well, it's a productive month, I think, and it's only the second, so I can relax now.
Yeah.
Daniel, did you do it?
Going to red now.
All
'cause
right.
I will forget.
Awesome. Thanks. Teresa?
Yep.
Awesome. Dan?
Yep, I did.
All right. Jeff?
Very good. I did.
Awesome. Jen?
Yeah, I did it.
Awesome.
You can lay down now.
Precious, you did it?
Uh-huh.
All right. And Jenny, did I ask you? I forgot.
Yeah, I did.
Carly, did you do it?
Yep.
Excellent. Tom?
Yeah, we both did.
All right. And I don't need it because it's my show. And I guess I'll have you sign one too. We'll do it later. All right. Guys, have a great night. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Here's to consistency.
It was a hoot.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.